Hi, it's Jessica Sitomer, thegreenlightcoach.com, and the number 7 question that I should be getting frequently but don't is, what marketing tools do I need to have a complete package? You see, I get questions about resumes, and I get questions about reels, and once in a while I'll even get a question about a business card or a website. But that's what everybody has. And if you want to stand out from the crowd, you have to do more than what everybody has. You want to put together a marketing package for yourself. And this isn't necessarily for going after jobs. This is for going after people who you already know in the industry, who you want to help you get to where you want to be. So I've talked about goal setting. I've talked about creating a 1-year plan. I've talked about target lists in the past. I've talked about contact lists. There are so many different plans that you can come up with. A marketing plan, a mentor plan, a business plan, and all of these different things that you can put together to show somebody what kind of work you've been doing to get to where you want to be. This is much more than simply showing a reel and a resume and handing them a business card. This is saying, look at all this work I've done in research to get to the shows I want to be on, to work with the type of filmmakers I want to work with, to market myself properly so I can stay in touch with people without being a pain in the butt. Now I would love your feedback on this. Can you give me some feedback on what you think I'm doing right, what you think I'm doing wrong, what can make it go faster, what I should just leave out or what I should wait for? And then these people will be involved with you. It's what I call a strategy meeting. When you bring all of this to the table, successful people notice because they got that way by doing the things that I'm telling you to do. So now they're saying, oh, this isn't just some person who's got their hand out saying, hey, how can you help me? They're saying, here's what I'm doing. I'm doing all of this work. Am I doing the right things? Can you give me advice and guidance on it? And then they get excited because they have something to work on. If you just show up with your reel and resume and say, hey, I want to be working on feature films, then they're like, oh, okay, well, go look in the trades for what's going on and, submit your resume. But if you come to them and say, here are the feature films that I see are in pre-production. These are the people who are working on them. I'm trying to get to these people. Here are the contacts I already know. I'm going to reach out to them with an email. Here's what my email is going to say. I've got a marketing plan and how I'm going to follow up with them. This is what I'm going to say in the marketing plan for, reaching out to them for the next 3 months because I have a feeling that this is going to go quickly. What is your suggestions? What is your feedback? Then they're going to start looking at your list and saying, hey, I know this person. Tell them I said to call. Or, oh, this is great. Or don't write that in an email. It makes you sound like you're desperate. Or this is the perfect thing to say because you're not actually asking for work, but they see that you're looking for work. And they have so much more to work with. It stimulates the people who they know. An example of this is when I had a writer who wanted to get a show as a writer's assistant so that she can get in and start breaking in with people. And she said, does anybody know any shows looking for a writer's assistant? And I know she sent it out to a blanket of people. And I didn't know anybody, so I didn't write her back. Well, obviously nobody else did either, because the next week I got an email from her with a target list of 20 different pilots that were happening. And she said, does anybody know anybody on these shows that are looking for a writer's assistant? Well, I immediately saw a friend of mine's pilot. I completely forgot he was doing it. I had no idea if he needed a writer's assistant, but I gave her his name and number and said, hey, tell him that I said to contact you. Well, he wasn't looking for a writer's assistant, but she created a relationship with him, and they stayed in touch through the years, and they've been great resources to each other. So the more specific you can be and the more of a package you put together of the work that you're doing, and the names and the things that are going to stimulate people to know who they know and help you, the faster you'll get to where you want to be.